Hey guys, today we are going to talk about various pricing strategies for your freelance work. Now, this pricing strategy is not meant for your first few clients. For the first few clients, you are never supposed to optimize for the price. Okay, and you should check out my other videos where we've talked about how to get your first lead, first few clients, and how to price for first few clients. So, when you look at pricing for your freelance service, there are majorly four types of pricing that you can do. That is hourly pricing, project-based pricing, value-based pricing, and performance-based pricing. Now, hourly pricing is very straightforward, right? And that is how most of the Western world works on, saying, I will work for you for 2 hours and my per hour cost is $20, $25 or $100, whatever, right? Now, hourly pricing generally works when the client knows what can be delivered in 1 hour. There is some kind of standardization possible, and they would be okay with hourly pricing, saying, okay, if this guy works for 6 hours, this guy will get this thing done, so maybe $20 per hour is enough. Although you are thinking in terms of hours, but the client is still thinking in terms of project. They're still thinking how much this whole thing will cost me. The best place to apply hourly pricing is when there is an ambiguity in terms of what is the end deliverable. Maybe say software projects, they tend to change a lot while they are in progress, right? Or you've engaged with somebody for quite some time, maybe you're a lawyer or something, right? In that case, hourly pricing would work, again, where you cannot put a project-based pricing because there is ambiguity in the end deliverable. You don't know how long it will stretch, you don't know how complex it will get. Sometimes the client thinks, okay, this is a straightforward thing, but you think that this is not pretty straightforward, because there is some third-party dependency, etc. In that case also, you would want to go for an hourly pricing. But when you're going for an hourly pricing, make sure there is a lot of transparency. You report your start time, end time. There are various tools that can help you do that. But in general, give a status report to the client every day, or on various agreed periods. That will make the client very, very comfortable. And to avoid surprises, you should generally put a cap to your hourly pricing. Say, a lot of companies tend to do, say, 160 hours maximum billing per month, or 40 hours maximum billing per week. Those kind of cap will help. Second is your project-based pricing. Now, this pricing is very, very comfortable. The end deliverable is defined, and you say, this is how much I will charge you, and there are no surprises. The client knows, okay, this is what needs to be delivered, and you are also comfortable saying this much money you will get. The problem here is this cannot be applied to a lot of projects. Only where projects have a definite outcome. Say you are a company secretary and I have applied for some compliance related certification. Now that process could be very straightforward, right? You fill up a form, give it to the government website, and you get your compliance certificate from the government website. In such a case, a fixed pricing like a project-based pricing would work, because again there is no surprises in the end deliverable, so there should be no surprises in the pricing as well. And the client will also not want to check regularly on you, because again this is the end outcome is what is important here. But I would still keep a regular communication with the client just to make sure that we are going in the right direction. A lot of clients, they think that, okay, this is a definite project and this is how it needs to be done, but there could be some communication gap between you and the client. So regular status update saying, this is the progress I've made, so that both of you at least know that you're moving in the right direction. The third kind of pricing is value-based pricing. So in value-based pricing, you don't look at your cost, but you look at what will get delivered here. So assuming I am a SEO consultant. Now, if I am a SEO consultant for a small website, right? Say they have 100 visitors a month, and after my effort, maybe they'll start getting 500 visitors per month. And this is a website of a small business, right? Although your input in terms of number of hours will be very significant, but the end outcome is not very, very valuable. So maybe if they are earning, say, $1,000 a month, they'll start earning maybe $2,000 a month because of your effort. So the maximum you can charge here is obviously just that $1,000. But imagine now you're an SEO consultant for a larger site. This is a large e-commerce site that has, say, 10 million visitors every month. Because of your effort, this 10 million could increase to 15 million. Now, because the end value that is delivered is very high, your pricing should be according to that. Now, the pricing is not variable in this case. The pricing is still fixed, but the same service when given to a smaller business is at a cheaper cost, when given to a larger business is at a higher cost, because the impact of the work is very, very different. Right? So this is where you look at value-based pricing, and as a freelancer, you should always aim to reach here from hourly-based pricing or project-based pricing. You try and reach to a value-based pricing, and you'll also see that your earnings are basically growing as the kind of clients you work with that grows. Your earnings will also start growing. The fourth kind of pricing is performance-based. Now, performance-based is also like value-based pricing, but now you are taking the risk on behalf of the client. Now, assuming I am a investment banker, right? Now, an investment banker could do value-based pricing if they say, I don't know, 2% of the amount raised is my fee, right? Now that is a very value-based pricing, because that is the, you help them raise $1 million, so $20,000 is your fee. Now, if I have to do a performance-based pricing here, I could go to an extent and say, I will take some equity in your company. So now I have a skin in the game, right? Or instead of saying, okay, I will charge you X rupees to generate so many leads, you could go to an extent and say, I will charge you 2% of the sales. Now, this is again value-based, but the quality will also be determined in this case, right? And in performance-based, the end outcome for you will be a little variable. I mean, the input variable will also change, and the multiplier will also change. Again, in value-based pricing, what you're trying to do is look at the end outcome for the client, but your fees are fixed. But in performance-based pricing, you are willing to, take the risk on behalf of the client, right? And this could be in case of SEO, SEM, fundraising, etc. The advantage with performance-based pricing is the client will feel more comfortable. The client will know that because your incentives are aligned with the performance, you are likely to work harder. And in most cases, not only the quantity of the work, but the quality of work will also be, controlled, because you have a performance-based pricing. There are more examples around these pricing strategies on our blog. So do check out the blog and let us know in the comment. Thank you.